Hi, and welcome to part 8 of my record finds for Saturday, September 16th, 2017. So we were reaching the end of this box of wonderful goodies given to me by my dear friend Carole, whose records are actually from her mother, but some might be from her actually. So here we have this wonderful Beatles record, A Hard Day's Night, and from my book C'est fou mais c'est tout by Djdedales, my Beatles Bible for Canadian Beatles records. I found out that there's different editions with different colors of label. I already have a copy of this that I found in the yard sale years ago with a black label, and this one has a red label. And in the book we can see it came out also with a blue label. I don't know why they have so many variations of the label here, the United Artists label. So, yep. There we go. We have Yellow Submarine. And what's pretty cool about this record is, well, cool. Yeah, interesting, let's say. I know it is, despite the hole here, it's a first edition because apparently they pressed too many of these for the Canadian market. And again, in that book, it explains that it's very hard to find the first edition without the deletion hole, which I actually found in an estate sale a few years ago, if you remember. So I was really lucky to find but this is a more common first edition, so we know it's a first edition for a Canadian record because they pressed too many. Apparently the original sales for this record in Canada were not very good. Here we have a beautiful Apple record. There you go. Next we have Yesterday and Today by the Beatles. So that's not bad at all. A little bit of oh, that's really good. Really clean actually for a first edition. There's a little white tape here. I think there's a tear in the cover. Let's look at the record. I'll put it down 2 seconds so I don't do any again, small little scuffs, nothing serious, few fingerprints, very easy to remove. Moto, thank goodness. Beatles Yesterday and Today, yeah. Really, for a first edition you cannot expect perfection. It's very acceptable. Let's put that back. And we have here a beautiful first pressing of Rubber Soul. It still freaks me out to see T2442 without the S. Mono. And I love the patina on it. It's okay that it's a little bit yellow. Actually, I love that. You know it's the real thing. So let's look at the record again. I love the texture. I love the... So cool to have a first edition. I can put this down. And let's look at the record again. Beautiful for vinyl. First edition. There we go. Mono. Let's carefully flip it over. There we go. Let's put it back in the sleeve again right away before we do anything wrong with it. And what's next? You've been rickrolled. I've kept them at the end to play a joke on you. So we have Rick Astley, Hold Me in Your Arms, and Rick Astley, Whenever You Need Somebody. And we reached the end of this box of goodies. Yes, and here's a riddle for you. Knowing that there were no Beatles 45s in the 3 big boxes of 45s, skipping this one album here, not counting the red album, with all these albums here. Oh yeah, and let's not count this either. Actually, I don't think it matters for this song, but let's no, let's not cheat. Let's count, not counting this compilation nor that one, only counting all the original albums all the way to Yellow Submarine. Looking at well, the disc doesn't count, of course, because this is a karaoke record. But so we have Sgt. Pepper's, we have Something New, we have Long Tall Sally. Oh, forget it. Okay, I was going to put... Okay, I had a riddle for you guys, but it fell apart. Okay, I was I was convinced that she didn't have "I Want to Hold Your Hand." I just forgot or didn't realize that it's actually on the album Long Tall Sally. Sorry about that. So my game just fell apart. Thank goodness I found out before I was going to place the riddle on you. "I Want to Hold Your Hand" is right there. Okay, I see. That's a weird. And you have. I'll get you by the. This is a weird combination of tracks for this Canadian album Long Tall Sally. I can't get used to it. So it's a weird combination of what the US did, and because Beatlemania is basically, if I'm not mistaken, no, yes, Beatlemania is the same as With the Beatles in the UK, 14 track. This is roughly, but not exactly, the album Please Please Me. But I don't remember which song was taken out to place She Loves You inside. Normally the album ends with Twist and Shout. Because I didn't cheat, I didn't go and try to find out. Okay, so and this we have I Want to Hold Your Hand. It is right there, and the B-side I saw standing there. Which, oh, I think I found it. Okay, so that's what they did. They removed I Saw You Standing There, which usually opens the album. Oh, I see. And they placed it on this album with I Want to Hold Your Hand, I do know that I Want to Hold Your Hand, and I think This Boy, which is a B-side of I Want to Hold Your Hand in the UK, was not released on album in the UK, because back there, I mean, the B-sides and the singles did not go on the LPs usually. Although I think there are some single side. Well, of course, Please Please Me was a 45. Okay, it gets confusing if you're not used to the. And I haven't freshened up on my Beatles discography recently. Okay, and you have I'll Get You as the B-side of She Loves You, which they've placed here, because now they had removed I Saw Her Standing There. They had room for She Loves You, and they could plan all this out because the numbering is very close. You see, this is T6063, this is T60, oh, 54. Actually they did oh, sorry, not 64, 54. This came out afterwards, so they sort of, okay. Sorry about that. And those of you who are not Canadian, are not used to these three Canadian albums which we have in this box, are probably even more confused right now. Sorry about that. So forget my game, it fell apart. So she did have I Want to Hold Your Hand. Sorry about that. Wonderful, wonderful. So again, huge thank yous to Carole and her mom, which I'm not sure if I can name her name, so I won't take any chances. Might add it in the comments, but I forgot to ask if it was okay to name them. So that was not it for Saturday. Then I went to see a collector who has an account, actually two accounts I think, on YouTube, and I found a sealed soundtrack a while ago. Was it last year, I think? A very rare Canadian soundtrack of the movie Finalement, bande sonore du film Finalement, avec Chantal Renaud et Jacques Riberol. Donc j'avais trouvé une copie scellée et je savais que ce film-là, c'était son film culte à ce collectionneur-là. I knew this soundtrack was very important for this collector, and I thought about what kind of exchange we could make. So here's what we did. I gave him my sealed copy Saturday after I picked up these records. I went to meet him. I gave him the sealed copy. He gave me his used copy, because it's rare, even used it's pretty rare, and an exchange plus of 2 45s, not just any 45s, and I'm pretty sure we have a good deal. I'm happy about my exchange. I hope he is. This record has a little bit of groove wear. It starts having groove wear distortion about in the middle of the record. So out of 10 songs, 10 tracks, there's groove wear on 6 of them. He did a very good job removing the distortion, because he's uploaded some of these songs, if not all of them, or several of these, on his YouTube account. and but I'm happy with it. It's because I have these two 45s. This is Carole, une fille en monokini, mais c'est comme une sorte de follow-up pour un garçon en mini-jupe qui n'a pas vraiment pris, qui a pas. Mais moi, ce qui arrive, c'est que c'est le côté B que j'adore. Une petite chanson bien innocente qui s'appelle Pompon, l'histoire d'un chien qu'elle a appelé Pompon, mais il est devenu gros, il pesait plus que 200, puis il était trop tard pour changer son nom, parce que, en tout cas, c'est super cute. Puis j'étais tombé en amour avec la chanson, fait que j'ai eu ça. Mais this is yeah, so this is the important record I got also in the exchange. Dans la Galaxie by Bruno Leys. It's on La Compagnie, 1969, and it's a psychedelic, I don't know how to describe it, psychedelic, electronic, psychedelic record from 1969. It's hard to describe, but it's really cool. It has everything I love in psychedelic music from the late 60s. And it's actually on his account. If you, I think I'll put a link in the description, and you can look it up. It's Dans la Galaxie, Bruno Leys, and his account name is Pegazusmart with one S. Pegazusmart. And he did a terrific. Several people have uploaded this song, but he did the best job. And this is the actual 45 you'll hear in the video. And thank goodness it plays really well. And I unfortunately the other side is pretty cool, but I hate it because the lyrics are really violent. I mean, Clockwork Orange violence, almost. Well, not quite. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but because I hate the lyrics, I'm not too keen on this side. But I have in the 5 digits in terms of number of 45s, and this is my favorite 45 right now. That's hard to say. To pick one favorite record, yes I do. I have. This is it. This is my favorite 45 right now in my entire record collection. I love this record. When he said that it hurt him a little bit to let this record go, I promised him that I love this record more than he does. Same as the Seal soundtrack of Finalement, he probably loves it more than I would have appreciated myself. So I think we did a fair exchange. But go and listen to the song, leave a comment on this video, give him a like. He did a good job, and it's an amazing song, Dans la Galaxie. So that was an amazing day, Saturday, and I'm about to make the video for the few little tiny interesting finds I did the next day. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.